All right, we're recording. All right. So first, I want to say thank you for coming on tonight, and also congratulations too on going Double Diamond.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so I just really wanted to kind of just get your take on, how the business is going for you, things like that, because I guess it's funny because we're kind of quiet people. I noticed that, I don't see too much of you like being louder, how everyone else is. So I'm like, okay, perfect. I can kind of ask her, just kind of what you do in terms of just like building your business. And you can pretty much start off with the questions that I sent you. So the first question was, how did you find out about It Works, and what were you doing before you started It Works?
Okay. Well, like she said, my name is Antinese. I'm Double Diamond. I'm a distributor here in Jacksonville, Florida. And congratulations to you as well as going Double Diamond. Okay, I'm a licensed esthetician. So before I started It Works, I was doing facials and makeup inside of like a little salon type setting. I was doing facials and makeup. I was also an Uber and a Lyft driver. I also have a cleaning company, and I was in school. So when I started with It Works, the way I found out about It Works, the young lady who introduced me to the opportunity, she's my Triple Diamond upline. Her name is Ashley Goggins, and she is a lawyer, and she also has a company called the Credit Bar, which is a credit repair company. So I knew her through some mutual friends, but I didn't really know her like that. But she started making these posts on Facebook about she's looking for some ladies that want to make some residual income. At the time, like I said, I was doing my facials and stuff, but I don't know if anybody knows this. Like, being an esthetician is not easy because Black people especially do not feel they need to take care of their skin. Like, it's hard to get them like on a routine. So I would have clientele, but nobody was really consistent because they wouldn't want to come until their face broke out. So it was like, okay, here, there, I might have good months, I might have bad months. So basically, and I was like, okay, I was in a stage to where like I knew, like I've known for a long time I didn't want to work on nobody's job. Like, working on somebody's job is just not the thing for me. I'm always late. When I get there, I'm halfway there. I'm just like all over the place. Like it's just like getting up in the morning, driving to work, and where I live on my side of town, to go anywhere you have to drive maybe like 30 minutes to get to somewhere, and all the traffic is always backed up. So it was like, no matter if you go 9 to 5, 11 to 7, whatever. So I just knew I didn't want to work on a job, long story short. So like I said, I was Ubering, trying to, make the extra money that I wasn't making with the facials and everything. And I also have a small cleaning business where I have like business building contracts. So I was doing all those things, to put this stuff together. So Ashley started making posts on Facebook about she's looking for some ladies who want to make some residual income. Y'all know the post. She looks for 5 ladies who want to make some residual income. So like I said, Ashley is a lawyer, and she also has a business called the Credit Bar. So when I saw her making the post, I thought that she was hiring for maybe like a secretary or something. So she was like, if you want to have lunch with me, text me lunch. So I texted her lunch. It was a Monday. She was like, okay, well, I know tomorrow, Wednesday might be too soon, so let's meet Thursday or Friday. So I was like, no, we can meet tomorrow. Because, girl, I thought I was going to get me a job. I met her at Panera Bread. Y'all, I went in there. I had on my little skirt with my stockings. I had my resume in my manila folder because I thought I was going to get a job. So when I get there, she starts telling me if we order our food, and she gets to telling me about this whole It Works thing. So at the time, I had heard of the wraps, but I had never heard anything good about the wraps. All I had heard was the wraps don't work, the wraps don't work, the wraps don't work. So I'm like, I'm just going to eat my food, and I'm just going to leave. So after she gets through explaining the opportunity and everything and telling me what it does. Now, mind you, when she signed me up, she had only been in the business 2 weeks. I was the first person she signed up. So I don't even know if she explained everything to me right or what, but she explained it to me. And I didn't want her to feel like I wasted her time. So she was like, it's $99 to sign up. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. When I signed up for this business, I did not have a spare $99 to sign up. I used my credit card. I was praying to God that it went through because I was going to be so embarrassed if it didn't. But I used my credit card to start my business. That was in May. June, she called me. She gave me about a couple of days. She called. She was like, are you ready to start your business now? Can y'all turn the air down? It's hot. Are you ready to start your business now? I was like, no, I'm too busy. I got all this stuff. But in my mind, I never planned on working this business. Like, I was like, child, she might as well leave me alone because I'm not going to do it. So, but I wouldn't tell her that. I just would tell her, oh no, I'm too busy. Call me back in a week. Call me back in 2 weeks. Call me back. Come back. So she followed up with me in June. She followed up with me again July, August, September, fast forward October. So on October the 17th, I remember like it was yesterday, she called and she was like, hey, have you checked your account? Because you should have got paid. So at this point, I'm like, okay, hold on. So I go and check my account because, mind you, I gave her an email address for an email that I never used anyway because I thought I wasn't going to do it. So you know how when you get paid the first time, your money just be sitting there until you go like claim it. So she had got me paid in September and October, and I didn't even know. So basically, of course, she had started building her business. She had put me in an executive spot because she was trying to promote. So I was in the executive spot, and I was getting, like my first little check was like maybe $67, and the second one was maybe like $120 or something like that. But then so I called her back, and I was like, well, hey, how did I get paid? And I did nothing. So when she started explaining, how this works, what the program does, like I said, that was October 17th. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. Mind you, I hadn't even opened my kit yet for May. The plastic was still in the kit because it was like I knew. And when I ordered my kit, I also ordered hair, skin, and nail tablets that I hadn't opened. And no, I had opened them. I took one. I was like, this pill too big. I ain't finna take this. So I never took any more. So when she October 17th, we hang up the phone that night. I was like, okay, tell me what you need me to do. So she was like, I need you to watch these videos. I was like, no. I'm not watching no videos and all that. Like, tell me what you want me to, like, give me something. So she sent me these scripts. She's like, post this on your Facebook page. I posted it. When I made my first post, it was something about edges. That's all I remember. And I got like 30 people like, me, I tried. So I text her back, I'm like, okay, now what do I do? So she gave me another script to send. I sent the script. From October the 17th to the end of October, I got maybe 40 people to buy hair, skin, and nail pills. That's all I would sell is hair, skin, and nail pills. I was like, hair, skin, nails, hair, skin, edges. She was like, oh my God, you like a pill, the pill dealer. I was like, that's all I was selling. So after October was over, me and her met. She explained to me, like, at that time, they were giving out the $1,000 for the Emerald bonus. So she explained to me, like, you can get the bonus for this because I was out of the range to get the $500 for the Ruby. So she kept saying, well, you can go Ruby, da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, do I get a bonus for going Ruby? She was like, no, the bonus, you have to go Emerald. So I was like, no, I'm not going Ruby, I'm going Emerald. So she was like, okay, but I don't think she really thought that I really was going to so bam, November 1st roll around, I started working. I got charted for Emerald in maybe like a week. Bam, charted for Emerald. I don't know where these people went to flying from. They signing up. So I'm charted for Emerald now. I'm selling my pills. So I was like, okay, I got to figure out something else to sell. So I do the 2-day cleanse. Bam, lose 7 pounds. Here goes my next product. So I started doing the 2-day cleanse and the hair, skin, nails. And I was trying to stay away from like weight loss stuff, you guys, because like I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1", and I'm a big girl, over 250 pounds. So my thing was like, how can I sell somebody weight loss stuff? Like, ain't nobody gonna buy no weight loss stuff for me. Like, who gonna buy weight loss stuff for me? Because I've been a big girl my whole life. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm like, but how am I gonna sell somebody weight loss stuff? So, bam, I take the weight loss stuff for about 3 weeks. I did the Thermo Fit, the Fat Fighters, the greens, and I did my cleanse. In 21 days, I lost 16 pounds. It was on. So, bam, I went Emerald in November. I tried to go Diamond in December, but December was a bad month. So I barely re-hit my Emerald, but I did. I maintained my Emerald in December. January, I rolled around, I went Diamond. February, I maintained my Diamond. March, I went Double Diamond. This month, I'm trying to finish charting for triple so I can go triple next month. And bam, here I am.
Wow. That's all. I'm sitting here like, yes. I mean, every point that you just made, literally just, oh man, that's crazy because I mean, I'm huge on hair, skin, and nails too. And even though even when I had my daughter, I was like, hopefully I'll gain some weight, didn't gain no weight. So it's hard for me to even talk to people about weight loss because they're just like, you're skinny. And I'm like, so yeah, that was great. That was so good. I mean, just for you to just pick up your business in October and then go Emerald in November, now you Double Diamond, that's just crazy. Okay, so the next question was, what does a day in the life of Antinese look like? So what do you do? Okay,
so right now I'm still working. It's supposed to be a part-time job. I'm a merchandiser for Cream of Nature and Revlon. So I work that job 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, supposedly 8 hours. Usually it doesn't take me that long to work that job. So I get up in the morning every morning at 5:00. My kids go to school pretty early, so I have to take them. I get up at 5. I get them up. They're teenagers. They're 16 and 14, but I have to wake them up every morning. So I have to get up, wake them up. I take them to the bus stop. By the time I get back home, it's like 6. So honestly, I usually go back to sleep from 6 to like 8:30 or 9:00. Then when I get up, if it's I work my job on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So on a Monday when I get up, well now I've started working out. So when I drop them off at the bus stop at 6, then I go work out with my trainer at 6. I get back home, it's like 7:30. So I still go back to sleep till like 9:30. Once I get back up at 9, when I get up the first time at 5, while I'm waiting on them to get dressed, I always make an inspirational post. I have this thing on my phone called affirmations. I always read an affirmation every morning. I have a Bible verse, like a verse a day. I read that. I do my affirmation. I do my Bible verse. And I usually like listen to, I have Tasha Cobb, Fill Me Up and what's my other song? Fill Me Up and Wanna Be Where You Are, Gotta Be Where You Are. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I listen to them 2 songs every morning. I either listen to those 2 songs or I listen to For Every Mountain. After I listen to that, then I listen to my trap music. By that time, I'm ready to get my day started. I drop my kids off. I go work out. I come back. When I come back, like I said, I usually go back to sleep. If I don't go back to sleep, I start like sending out friend requests. And what I do is every night I usually don't go to sleep till about 2:00 in the morning. So I sleep from 2 to 5 and then from 7 to 9. So while I'm up at night, I usually like go through a lot of my Facebook like friends and stuff, and I screenshot their pictures if it's somebody that I want to reach out to the next day. So I have people like lined up for the people I want to reach out to the next day. I do that on my Facebook and my Instagram at night. So in the mornings when I get up, I send out, messages and different things like that. I send out friend requests. And then by that time I get up, I usually try to get out the house. So I go like Starbucks or something because I don't like to lay in the bed all day. So I go to Starbucks or something. If I have like a meeting with one of my girls or one-on-one or something, I schedule that on like Mondays. I meet with them, somebody for lunch, something like that. And then I usually take 15 minutes at a time, like 8 15-minute sections a day to do something for my business. So I either do 4 15-minute sections and a whole hour together, but some kind of way I make sure I do at least 2 hours a day. So if I take 15 minutes in the morning, I send out friend requests. The next 15 minutes, I send out, messages and stuff. Whenever I do another 15 minutes, in the next 15 minutes, I go through like my hundreds list and update that. The next 15 minutes, I might read some of my book or something. And then I try to do a power hour daily. And in that power hour, like I respond to any messages, anybody who has, replied to me. If I haven't already responded to them, I go through and I find different people that I want to reach out to for the next day. I go through my friends that went to high school with me. I started doing this, going through their pages. And like if they went to college or to the Army or the Navy or something, go through their page, see who all their friends with, send all those people friend requests like that. So once I do that, usually I'm up. I go over my charts. I check my e-suite in the morning too, and I check it at night. Anything that need to be moved, anything I need to discuss with anybody on my team, I text them, let them know, hey, make sure you move this in the morning. Such and such, you got a customer today. Have you checked your volume today? Such and such, you cancel today. All that stuff like that. And yeah, that's about it. I just make sure that daily try to give my business 2 whole solid hours. Even if it's not 2 hours all together, I do like an hour together and then break the rest of it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm definitely working on too. Like just trying to dedicate a certain amount of time because I do it all over the day. Like I'm on my phone probably 24/7. So I'm just trying to find like something that really works for me, just a solid 2 hours, like you said.
And I can't at first I used to be like on my phone like all the time, but then it was hard for me to like keep track of what I've done. And sometimes I was doing the same stuff like consistently. It was like, okay, you haven't done this in a while because you keep doing this. So that's why I kind of try to like separate it or give myself like a scheduled time so that I can make sure that I'm covering everything. And I have a big team, and my team is very needy. So I spend a lot of my time too also pouring into my team. Like they always have questions about the charting. So I do like, sometimes I might do like, okay, tonight we're going to do an hour charting call. If you need to know about charting, you need any questions about charting, we're going to do that tonight. And when I get them on there, if we only on there for 30 minutes, then I take the next 30 minutes to tell them, hey, okay, come on, y'all, let's update your hundreds list. let's go through right now your customers, because next month is going to be a big month for my team because I'm trying to go triple. So I'm going to need a lot of volume. So I've been having them working on going through, like writing down, and went through all of my customers, and I wrote down all my customers and contact info. And I've been reaching out to them. Well, I'm going to start reaching out more on the first, like, hey, you know, you completed your 3 months, but you got this many perk points. You can order something for, you know, you could basically get something for free, or just following up with all my customers. Hey, you did the 3 months on the cleanse. Like, how did you like it? Do you want to try something else? To try to make sure that I'm having that connection with my customers, and to like reel some of those ones back in who have already completed their 3 months. So.
Yeah, that's smart. Definitely. I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm glad I'm recording this so that I can just come back and look at it. Okay. And so the third question, I guess you kind of answered it, but consistency. So have you been successful with just like completing your steps to success? You know, just like you saying how you went like emerald and diamond, double diamond, then you're about to go triple diamond. So how are you like recruiting these distributors first, and then we can go into loyal customers?
Okay. I'm a red. And when I say I'm a red, I am a red, like a deep, dark red. This business was a good fit for me because, like I said at the beginning of the call, I did not want to work on anybody's job, and I love to tell people what to do. So this was a great, like, this was like the perfect. I was like, oh, this was the perfect thing for me. I kind of have my team information. Everybody on my team know their auto shipment must run by the 15th of the month. If your auto shipment not gonna run on the 15th of the month, you need to be letting me know, hey, my auto shipment can't run. But if you got paid last month, if your check was $100, you need to spend $100 on running your auto shipment. Like one of the most important things is running your auto shipment. And I told him the 15th because I know we all get paid on the 15th, and usually it's the 14th. So set your It Works card up to run your auto shipment off of there. I personally run mine on the 1st because I like to get it out the way and have it done. But I give everybody on my team to the 15th to run an auto shipment. I'm kind of popular in a sense. And a lot of the people who joined my team, they only joined my team because it was me. It was like they didn't know what they was joining. They didn't know what they was getting into. I guess they just liked me. I don't know why, but I guess they just liked me. they kind of gravitated to my team. So for distributors, like a lot of people know me. Y'all, I used to go out to the club 4 and 5 days a week. I was really, really ratchet. I like to say, yeah, I was really ratchet. Like, thank God for change. I was really ratchet. So for people to see my story and to see me like do a whole 360 in 6 months, they're like, okay, what's going on? Like I have been going to clubs and stuff since I was a teenager. I mean, I was ratchet. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I was ratchet. Like, and I have really, like, the business itself it really has, like, I'm a person that it has changed my life, like, completely. So a lot of my distributors who have come in, I was a cheer coordinator at the park where my kids played football. My dad was the president, so I was on the board. So I was a cheer coordinator for that. So some of the distributors, like, they were the coaches that worked under me as a cheer coordinator. And everybody who has worked with me before, if you work with me in a job or anything like that, they know, like, okay, I mean business. So anybody who know if I sign up for something, is first off, everybody, like my Facebook friends and stuff that know me personally know I used to work 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 jobs. And they just know, I'm about my money, like, to be honest. So they gravitate, a lot of the distributors gravitate to me because of that. A lot of people inbox me and tell me it's because, like, I don't mind telling people, like, my car was just about to get repoed 2 years ago and I was hiding in my grandma's backyard. I done been fired off more jobs than I can count because I just, like, it was just like, okay, if I don't want to be here today, I ain't gonna be here today. And all right, I'm finna go. And I make up an excuse. Oh, she yelled at me, the manager. The lady ain't said nothing to me. And they just get up and walk out. And I have a daddy who is a very loving, supporting daddy. So I could call him and be like, Daddy, these people talking to me any kind of way. And he'd be like, girl, don't you let me. Yeah, you don't let nobody talk to you any kind of way, baby. You can quit if you want to, girl. And I walk right on out them people's job. So a lot of people like that know me personally. They know this stuff about me. And just to see that, like, okay, she's in this. She's committed. She's really making money. She's really, so that's where a lot of my distributors come from. And then I guess I'm believable. Like, people trust if I say, okay, the cleanse work, I lost 7 pounds. People trust me when I tell them that because I never try to hide my story or hide anything from the people, like my customers and my distributors. I tell them, like, hey, when I started this thing, I have $100 to sign up. But you trusting it, like, I don't have the money right now. And I'm like, if you know, like I know, you'll do whatever you got to do. If you got to let your cable get turned off this month to pay this $100, you'll be able to get that cable turned back on in a couple of months. So it's sometimes you just have to make that sacrifice to get it done, because people say they don't have $100, but you've been spending $100 on lunch for the week before you know it. So you spend your money on what you want to spend it on, and I make sure that I put that. But when I'm talking to a distributor, I ask them, okay, well, what made you want to join this opportunity? And I listen to their story, whether it be, I'm a single mom, and I'm a single mom too, and I have 2 sons, like I said, they're teenagers. And everybody on my Facebook friends know, like, my kids have been getting in trouble in school since they was little kids. I always tell the stories about them getting in trouble in school. So for everybody to see, like, okay, my kids ain't in trouble in school no more, and I'm always talking about, like, how I can buy them stuff because it works, how I can pay for them to play football, because I can pay for, my son got braces, one of my older son got braces, and my younger son wants braces. And before I started doing this, it was like, how I'm going to pay for 2 sets of braces, out of pocket every month. That's a whole nother light bill or something. So I make sure I share my story with people. So if I'm recording somebody, I ask them, like, well, what could you do with extra income? And I let them tell me, well, I'm a single mom, my kids play sports, I need to pay for this, or da-da-da-da. And I make sure I tell them, okay, we got these big bonuses. You sign up now, in 30 days, 90 days, you'll be able to pay for, all those sporting events and all that stuff. This is what the business can do for you. So I listen to them. I let them tell me their story, why they want to join, what it is they want to do. What you want extra, everybody want extra money. Why? Tell me your why. What's your why? Everybody first, their why is their kids. And we've learned that your why cannot be your kids. Your kids can't be your why and your why not. So it's not your, like, think about if you didn't have kids, or if your kids get grown, what you going to do? What would you want to be able to do then? And my thing that I honestly didn't figure out until last month, my why is freedom. That's why I didn't want to work on nobody's job. That's why, like, I have like 6 trips planned for the summer. And it's because, like, I just want to be able to say, hey, I want to go here and get up and go. My why is freedom. I don't care about them kids. They're going to be all right. My why is freedom. In 4 years, I'll be free of them. I want to be free. My why is freedom. Like, to be able to not to have to, and even with my part-time job, tomorrow is actually supposed to be my last day. I said when I went double, I was going to put in my notice and I was going to work to the end of this month. But it's like, and the closer it get, I don't want to quit and not have anything else. Like, I don't want to just be an It Works distributor all day long. Like, so what I'm working on now is finding me a building so I can start by doing my facials and my makeup, just a small little suite or something. And once I get that set up and going, so now it's when I get charted for triple, I'm going to put in my notice. And at the end of May, when I go triple, then that's when I'm going to quit. Because it's like, okay, I ain't making all this money and still finna be emailing y'all all that. Leave me alone. So I just want to be free. Like, that's not, and I let people know that, like, my why is freedom. That's why I'm here. Like, I've never been able, this is my first time being an adult since I have been grown. And when I say that, I say because I was always kind of like robbing Peter to pay Paul. So if I pay my light bill this month, I might can pay the cable. I might can put enough with this to pay this. Okay, well, let me see what I can pay over here. In the last couple of 3-4 months, I've been able to pay all my bills on time. Everything that was double bill, I paid it off, and all of my bills are on auto pay. They come out my account on the 15th of the month. Like, I've never been able to do that the whole time since I've been grown. And I share that with people because, I mean, hey, this is my struggle. This is my story. This is what I've been through. And this is what It Works has done for me. So I make sure I let them know that. And I've been really successful using that method. Just giving my real true story. And then as far as with the customers, like, a lot of my girls, the auto ship, that goes back to the auto shipment thing. Like, my team, we believe in being a product of the product. Like, you got to be able to show me some new growth from having the nail pills or some weight loss or something. And even with, and we have a lot of parties. We are a partying team. Like, I've already sent out right now, like, for next month, they need to get their dates in for their parties. And if you know parties don't work out for you, find somebody else to host the party. But I require, like, my team, like my Rubies on my team, they need to get with their team. And if 3 or 4 y'all got to have a party together to get 5 people there, that's fine. Get the party set up. That's what we do. We party. And on the months that we don't do, like, volume for my team this month was crappy. I mean, it was crappy, and it was because I called myself this month using layered leadership and letting my diamonds and all of them. We got a team call on the first Thursday of the next month. I got to crack the whip because it's like I let them, like, slide off, and they just, like, nobody knows, like, what to do. I probably had 5 parties with my whole team this month, and I'm used to having a party Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday, like 3 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. That's how my schedule usually is. And I try to go to most of everybody's parties to be there to help them and support them. And this month alone, we probably maybe had 5 parties. And the volume shows that we did not party this month. So partying is our thing. That's what we do. We party.
Yeah, y'all are definitely, like, y'all motivate me to like start getting out here trying to party when I think it's so much harder for me in terms of like just parties because I'm in an area that I don't really know these people out here as much. So it's like social media saved me, but I am about to move. And so where I'm about to move, I feel like I'm really about to just step out and finally like start talking to people.
Like I try to talk to 5 new people a day about my business. Whether it's in the grocery store, Walmart, I will walk up to somebody in Walmart and see them looking at tater chips and be like, you like those chips? Because I was going to try them. And when we start talking about those chips, next thing is, have you ever heard of It Works? And I wear my It Works shirt. Like if I'm free, I have on It Works gear. So one day I was in Walmart and 2 ladies walked past me. And the lady was like, oh, she having one of those It Works shirts. And the girl, and I hear them talking like, what is it? She's like, oh, that rap thing. I turned my buddy around. And I was like, hey, I don't mean to sound crazy, but I heard y'all talking about, and I stopped and I talked to them. Like, I make sure I reach out to 5 new people, I at least try to, per day. Whether it's in Walmart, the grocery store, anytime I go to a restaurant, I put my card in there when I'm, my receipt. I always put on, you want to make any extra money. I blitz every waitress. Unless you didn't give me good service. But if you gave me good service, you're going to get blitzed. Hey, you ever heard of It Works? Is this your, and I always thought I was like, hey, what's your name? Is this your only job? And they say whatever else they do. And I was like, oh, have you ever heard of a company called It Works? They say, yay, nay, whatever. And they say, yeah, well, what do you think about it? Have you, what have you heard? The raps, of course, everybody's like the raps. I'm like, oh, we have over 30, 40 different, health and wellness products. And it's a great company. And in the last couple of months, I've gotten $40,000 in bonuses. I make sure I always throw that in there. And then I was like, and I always ask, well, are you interested in hearing more information? They say, yeah. I pull out my phone. You have a Facebook. What's your name on Facebook? I send them a Facebook request. I tell them my name so they can be expecting the Facebook request. And I go from there. Bam. They accept my request. It's Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Everything they post, oh my God, he's so cute. I'm talking about, me and these people be best friends in 1 week. I build a relationship with them. Oh my God, those shoes, girl, that hair, you tell them about their hair. Oh my God, girl, that hair. So I build a genuine relationship with them. Meanwhile, I'm steadily posting about my business. Consistency is like numero uno. You have to post about your business daily. I tell all my girls 4 to 5 posts a day. In the morning, I always feel inspirational. It's Monday. Come on, let's kick Monday behind, And then I go to a product post. Here go the greens. This is what the greens do. Have you had your greens today? Then I do mail before and after. Girl, look at these edges. After 2 weeks, hair, skin, and nails. Then those might be my 3 posts for the morning. At night, same thing. Product and a result. Another result picture. And then during the day, I make sure I post about other stuff. I don't just, it works. I might post something random about my children getting in trouble in school, something about the grocery store, something about, then like the day I made a post on my page like, can somebody call my job and tell them my baby seat? Like I ain't got no job for nobody to call them. But people inboxing me like, what's the number? I'm like, so y'all really was going to call and laugh at me. But I try to make sure that, I keep, because I used to make like a lot of jokes and different little stuff on my page. So I don't want to like oversaturate it with just It Works stuff where people like tired of seeing me, because sometimes I get tired of seeing It Works posts. Like most people, if you are not a part of my team and you're in my city, like I will accept their friend requests, but I unfollow them because I don't need, like, it's just, we have a lot of people like right here in the same area since we got started. Like it was people that I never knew. I had been friends with these people on Facebook for 6 and 7 years and never knew they were It Works distributors. They've been in the business for 4 years. They still distributors, but that's why. And a lot of people inbox me like, well, what can I do to build my business? And if I go look at your page and then scroll down for a week and I don't even know you're It Works distributor, that's the first thing right there. Like social media is like the biggest tool that you can use because there are so many people that's going to see this post at one time rather than you reaching out to one person a day. Social media is going to let that post reach out to 400, 500, 600 people. And I make sure everybody on my team, if I see them post something, I like it because, that makes it go back to the top of the timeline. So social media is something really big. Social media and partying. those are the two big things that we use, you know, to get our volume up and to work our team. Did I answer the question? Because I'm just rambling on.
No, you're fine. Yes, you did. And actually, I do have a question about like the parties. So when you get parties and stuff like that, sorry, my daughter is playing. But when you do get the parties set up, like what do you say to them? Like what are the things that you say?
I usually make the post, who want a free wrap? They comment me, I inbox them and say, all you have to do is set up a party with 5 to 10 people. All you need to do is invite the people, tell me the place, I'll come and do everything else. And I make sure I tell them it doesn't have to be anything big. If you want to have food, you can. Just water and a small fruit tray or something is fine. And usually, if they really want to try to rap, they'll do it. If I reach out to people to be a distributor and they're like, oh, you know, they don't know or they don't have the money, I'll be like, okay, well, can you have me a party? And if you can have me a party, then you'll get a free wrap. Or we can try to see, can we sell 4 wraps at your party, and that'll be the $100 for you to sign up. So like that. So that's usually the approach I take with because you tell them you give them something free, everybody be me. So I usually try the free thing.
Okay, yeah, and I definitely have done that before, but it's like I said, I'm in a different city than what a lot of my people on Facebook are in. Okay, so the last question was, well, I think you kind of answered this, but what platform, Facebook or Instagram, do you prefer working your business from, and what are your fave apps to use?
I use Facebook more. Hold on, one of my customers texted me, and she acting like she can't get this. Oh, she remember. I use Facebook more. I think it's just because I just kind of like started on Facebook. I've started to try to use my Instagram more. It's hard keeping up with all these social medias. Like, so I was a snapper. Like I was Snapchat. Now it's like it's hard for me to remember to record something. Then you got to go Facebook Live, and then you can put it on your Facebook story. Then you can put it on your Instagram story. So what I've been trying to do was, like, if it's something I want to post, I always make my posts on Facebook because I think I have more friends on Facebook. And then I usually either try to post it on my Instagram too, or I post it on my Instagram and then share it to my Facebook. So I can use both. But Facebook is really like my biggest. But what I do, if, say for instance, I've been posting on Facebook for the last day or two and I'm not getting any kind of leads or anything, I won't post on Facebook for a whole day and just post on Instagram. So I try to switch it up. So, because the Facebook people might be sick of me right now. So I go Instagram and give y'all a day to rest, and then I come back. Like, hey, here I go. So, but like I said, social media is big. Some of my favorite apps are, I use WordSwag a lot to do my little inspirational posts. I use WordSwag. I use PhotoGrid. Of course, GroupMe, Zoom, all the It Works apps. And then I use a lot of, really to edit my photos, I use Boomerang. I've started using Over. I finally figured it out. So I started using Over. But that's really it. WordSwag, PhotoGrid, Boomerang, and Over. A lot of my girls use Buffer. I don't have to buffer because I'm usually free, but for the ones who have like jobs they can't use their phone while they're at work and stuff like that, I make sure that I tell them like the buffer they post at night, and Buffer is just an app where, you know, the post at whatever time you tell them to the next day. So I tell them to buffer their post at night, and then it posts for them during the day while they're at work. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I try to use Twitter for like a day. I'm not really a Twitter person. So that's really about it. The social medias though, that's like the biggest thing, like the social media accounts.
Okay. Yeah, because I definitely see you're definitely more of a in person, hands-on.
Yeah. That's how I am with my team. Like, Ashley told me this month, she was like, you know, step back, take your hands off everything and let them. And I told her, I was like, it was like the 5th of the month. I was like, Ashley, I don't like this. And she was like, no, you got to let them try to figure it out on their own. But it didn't turn out too well. Like, I mean, we hit our ranks and stuff like that, but it was like barely. So it was, and I have a lot of people on my team that, like, I have one girl on my team. I make sure if you're somebody who's really working, if I haven't heard from you this week, I always text, whether you're my personal enrolled or not, and be like, hey, what's up? You know, what's going on? What's your goal for the week? What you working on? You know, you trying to promote this month? What you need to do? I make sure if I don't hear from you in a week, you probably not working. So I have one young lady on my team. She just charted for Emerald. And I promise y'all, if I don't call her, you don't hear from her. If I call her today and say, hey, I need you to get 2 distributors by Friday, she'll have them tomorrow. And I told my diamond, I was like, you have to reach out to her. You have to constantly. She was like, oh, I've been trying. She won't answer the phone. I was like, well, text her and tell her what you need her to do. She wouldn't do it. I got her on three-way. I called the Emerald three-way. I said, hey, I need you. It was 2. I said, I need you. She was like, what you need? I was like, you need 2 distributors to be charted by Emerald for Friday. The next day, she added the 2 girls to the group. The diamond texted me and said, you got to be kidding me. I was like, no, some of my people are really, really hands-on. It's like, I do a lot of hand-holding. And I don't want my team to always have to be like that. But if that's what works for us, I don't mind. So I don't mind. Like, I will, as long as my business is not suffering from me trying to help them run their businesses, I don't mind. I'm a firm believer in the steps to success. I don't feel like your business can work without working the steps to success. Like I said, this month was a slow month for my whole team. I completed my steps to success twice yesterday. I didn't complete my steps to success for the first time till the 17th of the month. I was about to die because I usually complete my steps to success the first time, usually by the 3rd of the month. I done completed them one time. And even if it's slow for me to complete them again, by the 3rd of the month, I've always done it. And by the 15th, I hadn't completed them. I was like going into panic mode because the steps to success and the auto shipment, I feel like if you run your auto shipment and you do your steps to success at least once every month, there's no way you can fail in this business. There's no way. Everything is strategic. And usually, if you're completing your steps to success, you're helping yourself, and someone else is going to see that you're always consistent. You're always, you always working, and they don't mind helping you. I don't help people who don't help themselves. So if you get in a situation where like I can't never get you to get a customer, you can't get nothing. No, you're not gonna promote. No, I'm not placing nobody under you. Why would I place a ruby leg under you when you can't handle a 400 box? Why would I build you out to a diamond if you can't handle a ruby leg? Like, I'm not, and distributors is my thing. Like, I don't have a problem getting distributors at all. So I always have a choice of like, when I went double diamond, I had 2 diamonds. When I went diamond, I had 2 emeralds. And like, when I'm going triple, I think I'm going to have 2 doubles. I should have 2 double diamonds underneath. And so I always have an option of where I can place stuff. This one was a little harder because, to go triple, we needed that extra diamond leg. So I had to actually work that leg. That leg was just a single leg. So this one, I've been working that leg. I need 6 more distributors to get it done, to get charted for that. So I wasn't able to actually give them anything. And one of my girls actually went up on me like, she only made $275. And she has a life outside of this. She's not going to be running nobody down. And you know what I told her? Okay, she was in an emerald spot. She needed 2 more to chart for emerald. I took the ruby from under her and slid her up in that emerald spot and said, I ain't got time. I don't do that with people. If you want to work, I work with you. If you don't want to work, I move you off my chart. Simple as that. Tell me you're going to quit. Tell me into that. Peace. And you don't hear from me no more. And most of the time, if you leave them alone, then she popped up on me Saturday and was like, hey, I need you to show me how to do your chart. Yeah, because I'm not doing that with you. You're grown. Like, if you're making an extra $275 a month, that's $275 you didn't have 3 months ago. Like, you didn't have those $275. Like, that's an extra $300 a month. And you're emerald, you're charted for emerald, you're ruby. So you could potentially be making more money than that. But you're making $275 a month. All of the distributors that are under you, you didn't get one of those single distributors. And you probably get 4 customers a month. And you're making $275 off 4 customers a month. And you're going to complain? Oh, no, get off my chart. Like, I have a no nonsense. And I promise y'all, like, I'm the sweetest girl. Every time I'm on my calls, they have me crying. But I don't like stuff like that when you're going to tell. I don't like quitters and I don't like cowards. This business is not for everybody. But I feel like it's very cowardly of you to just go and cancel and not call. Because if you call us, I tell my people, well, don't cancel your account. Turn off your auto shipment. Because what if 3 months down the line, your life get better and you want to jump back in? You just log back in and go. Just cancel everything that's coming out your account, but don't cancel the actual account. But if I'm calling you, you won't even respond, and you just go and cancel, like, that's cowardly to me. You're grown. You paid your $99. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. And don't ever feel like nobody should have to pressure you all to do this business. Nobody should have to, and you shouldn't, nobody really should have to call you every day. Like, you're the one getting paid for this, not me. Well, I am too, but you in turn are getting paid for it. So your upline shouldn't have to call and stay on you and say, hey, work your business. like you are a grown person. What's your why? Why are you here? Why did you sign up? Even if you don't know, because I don't know why I signed up. I signed up because I didn't want to waste the girl's time. But now I know like my real reason for being here. And you cannot make it in this business like whatever God or whatever, whoever you believe in, that's your spiritual being, you ain't gonna make it without them. I ain't never prayed. In my 35 years on this earth, I've prayed more in 6 months than I probably have prayed my whole 35 years put together. And I don't mind. Like, I have a relationship, like, I lay in my bed at night and I say, God, tell me what to do. Like, I only want people on my team who want to be on my team. I only want people around me who want it. I only want people around me who I don't have to run out, who I know, like, this girl is struggling, you know, she trying to get her a car, she trying to do this, and she hungry. Like, you have to have a hunger inside of you. I don't want nobody on my team who signed up to be a distributor and they are a distributor for 6 years. I went at conference, I talked to a lady, she had been in this business for 4 years and she's a distributor. Like, why would you even keep renewing a distributor account? Like, that's a waste of your time. Why would you waste your time? Like, if you're going to be in it, you need to be committed to it, because if you're committed to it, you could be rich. I've never done anything in my life before and felt like I can be rich until I started doing this. Like, I know, like, I ain't going to make it to 40 broke. Like, I'm going to be rich. Like, what this was 5 years ago? But like, I know without a shadow of a doubt, like, I'm going to be rich. Like, I'm going to be rich. I should go triple. I'm trying for triple in May, presidential in June, presidential in July. And then I'm trying to get the big ambassador bonus. So I got to October. So maybe October. But I'm fine with going out here presidential. Like, if I got to wait on ambassador, I'm fine with that. But I will not be in a regular seat at conference next year. I will be in VIP elite. And that's the promise that I made to myself. Like, after I saw how it went this year, I was like, oh yeah, no, I'll be on the floor next year. Like, that's my goals is to be in a large. I'm in a 2X, almost squeezing in a 1X right now. So my goal is to be in a large so I can get all the good shirts at conference next year. Because a lot of them stopped at a large. They was distributor at that thing. So my goal is to be in a large shirt and to be presidential by conference next year. And I mean, as long as I keep, like, of course, like I said, the business is not for everybody. So you're going to have people that going to quit. You're going to have people like, I had a girl sign up and 3 days later she came, like, you ain't got your kit yet. What you can? And then one girl, she said, oh, somebody made these signs. How can somebody make you spend $99? So if you're in it, you got to be in it for you. But as long as you're consistent, run your auto shipment, make sure you complete your steps to success every month, there is no way you can fail in this business. And I mean, run your own race, follow your own journey, watch your own story. Don't worry about what, Internet doing over there, because Internet might have promoted 3 times in 2 months, but you don't know what Internet done did. Internet might be done sold her soul to the Illuminati to be able to promote those 3 times. So you just run your own race. Like, if you got goals for yourself and you know that's what you want to do, stick with that. Don't say, oh, I got to promote because they got to promote because they promoting. Or I'm going to stay because no. Run your own race. That's like the best advice I can give anybody. Pay attention to you. Pay attention to what's on your chart, what you should be doing. Anything else shouldn't matter to you in your business. You know how many bosses you need? Fill the bosses. Nothing I'm going to say about that. If somebody gives you a distributor, it's ungrateful and it's kind of disrespectful to call them and tell them, well, what you going to do about this person because they're not working? No, I gave them to you. What you going to do about them, because you need them to do whatever you're going to do. I believe in working my boxes. If it's on my chart, it's my box to work. If the person show up and they work their box on their own, that's a blessing. If they don't, I work the box. If I'm trying to promote and I got 37, 80, 40, however many boxes I got to fill up and nobody shows up to work, that means Antinese got to work harder. Because Antinese going to get those boxes filled because Antinese is trying to promote. I give distributors away, like I said, all the time. And one girl told me, she was like, you gave me these distributors and they ain't doing nothing. Figure it out. Because I won't give you no more after you done told me that. And they weren't doing nothing. And I can't make nobody work. Like, I was following up with them, and some people get discouraged really easily. You sign up in this business, everybody tell me. I tell them, okay, your first task should be to go get 4 loyal customers. And they all say, oh, I know, I got 4 people that's going to sign up under me. I know they're going to do it. And when them 4 people tell them no, they ready to quit. Oh, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. Most of my customers, when those hair skin nail pills that I'm telling you I sold real fast, I probably didn't know 80% of those people. Everybody who I thought would buy something from me told me no. Every single solitaire person that I just knew was going to do it told me no. all those people that I got as customers were people that I knew probably from social media. So once you get over that little discouragement and you see that it still can work without those people, you're usually fine. 2 of my cousins, we've been like this since we was little kids. They were the first people I asked to sign up with me. And they told me no, they just signed up last week. And I probably asked them like October 17th. Like they were the first person to come to mind. And they just both signed up this week. So, you know, run your own race. And I used to run down distributors. I don't anymore because most of the time if you run them down to sign up, you're going to have to run them down for the work. So now I do follow up. So if I talk to you today, and that's why I said I get that information, or why you want to sign up, what you need extra money for, you know, what you're trying to quit your job or whatever you're trying to do. And when I follow up with them, I say, because you know you want to quit that job by the end of the month. So, you know, when you're going to be ready to sign up, because this can be your key to that or whatever, I remind them of why they said they wanted to sign up. And I usually follow up, I'm going to say every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, depending on. But I don't like chase like every other day. If you tell me to call you back on Friday, I always say, what's a good day for me to call you back? And that's why I made that post today about if you tell me to call you back Friday at 5 o'clock and I call you Friday at 5 o'clock, I'm not harassing you. You told me to call you Friday at 5 o'clock. And I'm going to say, okay, well, I'm going to call you Friday. So I make sure I get a day and a time, a good time to call them back to make sure that I follow up with them. But I do believe in following up with people because just think if Ashley wouldn't have kept following up with me, I wouldn't be here. So I do have a little more pity and sympathy on people with that, but I'm not going to run you down. Like, I ain't going to run you down for you to make money. Because if I got, like, most of the ones who I ran down and like, girl, please do it. And they signed up. They signed up then, I ain't hear from them no more. They ain't get rich Tuesday after they signed up Monday, and I ain't hear from them no more. So I don't run people down. I'm sorry, y'all. I talk a lot. I'm so sorry.
No, you were, giving a mouthful. I don't know if you saw me over here like, yes. Watch out, Audrey. But yes, that is so true. And it's funny that you had said the part about, you know, when people are saying like, can I get help or, you know, to give you distributors and stuff like that. And then it's kind of like, okay, you know, we got to meet halfway because I do get like even some texts from like older people who like pretty much kind of don't even run their auto shipment anymore. And they're like, well, can you help me? And I'm like, help you how? And they're like, give me distributors and LCs. And I'm like, huh? So yeah, but okay. So the last question was just 3 tips, and then Kayla will get to your question. So just give us 3 tips that you would like to share with us, either business, anything that you want to give.
First off, like be real with your distributors, be real with your customers. Like the difference I think that set me apart from the rest of my team, like most of the people on my team, one of the girls, Courtney, she always said she retired at 26. She's been working at Prudential since she was 18 years old. So she was corporate America. Ashley was a lawyer. Here I go riffraff, putting 2 and 3 jobs together to try to make ends meet. So don't be afraid and don't be scared of your story. Like there's somebody out there that needs to hear your story. Like it's somebody out there that needs to hear that you couldn't pay your light bill before you started this, or you couldn't, you know, it's somebody out there that, so don't be, you know, afraid to share your story. I would say that. Always run your auto shipment. Even if you don't have it, run your auto shipment. If you have to, is the refrigerator open, why the light on? I'm sorry, y'all. Are you crazy? Why you doing it now? Okay, always run your auto shipment. This teenagers. If y'all ain't got teenagers, this is a whole nother job right here, y'all. Bye. Okay, always run your auto shipment. Even if you don't have the money, like patch it up, put it together, make sure you run your auto shipment. Get used to running your auto shipment. Get in the habit of running your auto shipment. Your auto shipment is so important. I don't care if you have to run your auto shipment every month and then run it for the wraps and then sell the wraps. Sell the wraps, buy 2 boxes of wraps every month. That's $100. Sell them $25 a piece, you're making $200. Take the other $100, put it up for your auto shipment for next month. Buy products, like I've ordered cleansers before, like when they buy one, get one free, and I sell them for retail $60. You have to find a way, but you have to make sure that you run auto shipment. Run your auto shipment. I got a lot of tips. Stay consistent. Run your auto shipment. Use your social media. Try to have parties. Parties are important. Social media and parties both, because they get a lot of people in one place at one time. Even if you have a party and nobody shows up, still go live. If you got to prop the camera up, go live and act like people here and you having a whole full-blown party. Have party. That's how I got a lot of people interested in it too, because they were watching my lives and watching me do the rap parties. So have parties, run your auto shipment, stay consistent. Consistency. Every day you see a McDonald's commercial, because McDonald's is consistent. And that's why McDonald's is everywhere you go, because McDonald's is stay consistent. I don't care how many people post they still see it works. Unfollow me, because I'm going to post about it every day. And like I said, I don't oversaturate my page with it, but I post something about It Works on my page every day. If anybody goes to my page, they know that I am an It Works distributor. So use your social media, parties, stay consistent, make sure you run your auto shipment every month, and make sure that you try to complete your steps to success every month. Every month. Like, that should be something at the top of your list. If you know you got, some people are better at getting customers than distributors, and vice versa. But if you know, like, the distributors are your weak suit, start off at the beginning of the month pushing for a distributor. You attract what you post. That's another thing too. So if all you're posting about is results and products, you're going to get a lot of customers and you're not going to get any distributors. So if you want distributors, post about distributors. Consistently, constantly tell what the business is doing for you. I got a post ready to post tomorrow. I took my kids to the dentist today. My oldest son has his braces. My youngest want to get his the next time. And I'm waiting to make my post, because I don't know. Like, I didn't know. Like, I was planning on getting my oldest son his braces. When he get his off, then get my youngest son. So 2 years later. But now, because of It Works, they can both get them at the same time. So I tell people that, like, my kids play basketball, football, track, and I never had a problem, like, playing for sports and stuff, because my dad would always pay for it for them, you know what I'm saying, if I needed him to. So, but now it's like, I don't have to call my daddy. Like, I used my daddy a lot. Like, every year, y'all, I would owe my daddy, like, chunks of my income tax, because I would borrow money from him, like, all year long. Every time I walk out of a job, he got to pay my light bill. So I'm borrowing money all year long. And so when I get my income tax, like, I will owe him, like, I got to pay him before. He was like selling me. I got to pay him before I could do anything else. And I had to pay him because I knew I was going to need him again. So to be able to be in a place where I don't have to borrow money from him no more, like, I can give him some greens if he want to try them out. And then, you know, like, stuff like that, it matters. Like, he want a pickup truck for his birthday. And, like, right now I'm able to look for a little cash pickup truck for him to have, because that's what he wants, you know. And I feel like I feel like I owe him that, if nothing else. So it just feels good to be in a place to where, like, you can start helping other people and you can do stuff for yourself, and you can, and just not to be able to have to tell my kids no. My kids just get in so much trouble all the time. And a lot of times they would ask for stuff, or, like, for 3 years straight, they didn't get Christmas. And they didn't get Christmas just because they had been bad in school. But it just so happened, every year around those Christmases, like, 1 year I quit my job, 1 year. So I was glad they was getting in trouble in school, to be honest. So I ain't got to back there, because it was like, okay, get in trouble 3 times, you don't get enough for Christmas. They would get in trouble, bang, bang, bang. I'm like, oh, Christmas over. But I ain't have money to buy them that for Christmas anyway. Like, so this year, they did way better in school, and they had a really nice Christmas. And I was glad I had started with my It Works, because I was able to provide them with everything that they wanted for Christmas. So just to be able, and I mean, you know, kids will overdo it, but just to know that if I tell them no for something, it's because I really want to tell them no, and not because I have to tell them no. That's a good thing. So, and that's all from me being consistent, posting on my Facebook, making sure I complete my steps of success, running my auto shipment. It's no secret formula. Run your auto shipment, complete your steps of success. Reach out to people, new people, not the same people that you already know, not your cousins and your aunties and them that already done told you no 7 times. My goal is to reach out, and every day I don't do it, but I try to reach out to 5 new people a day, random people that I don't know from nowhere. That's my goal for myself.
Thank you. Okay, so I definitely want, because I know everyone has probably a few questions to ask and things like that. So I know, Kayla, you said you had a question, so you can go ahead and unmute yourself and go ahead and ask. And anyone else, if you have a question, once Kayla's done, then just unmute yourself and you can ask.
Okay, cool. All right, so my question is, when you're talking to potential distributors, how do you describe the business without making it sound super complicated, but also letting them know that they do have to put in effort, if that makes sense? Because I think some people, like, they join, but they don't realize this is a business and they have to actually produce. And then when they realize that they actually have to, you know, do the steps to success, get their 4 loyal customers and stuff like that, then they're kind of like, well, I don't, you know what I mean? They do that whole, I can't sell and all of that stuff. So like, what do you say to your potentials to let them know exactly what they're doing, but not making it sound complicated?
When I first started, I used to tell everybody, oh, it's easy. Girl, come on, it's easy. Oh, you can do it, it's easy. I had so many people sign up and I ain't heard from them no more. Now I make sure I let everybody know. The requirements for this business, you pay $99. First off, it's going to cost you anywhere from $150 to $200 to sign up. What you're going to get with that, $99 goes towards your kit. The other money, you can either purchase one product or more than one product, but you have to purchase a minimum of one product. And that is because when you try to sell this stuff to people, the first thing they're going to ask you is, have you tried it yourself? So you need to have one. And I always suggest either the greens, the hair, skin, and nails, or the 2-day cleanse, because you get fast results with the 2-day cleanse. Your hair, skin, and nails, you really can't get fast results with those too. And of course, the greens, you mix it with peach stuff. It's a good marketing too. So you can either get one of those products, you can get all three. You can boost, but you got to boost your kit. To run your business monthly, it's going to cost you $125. $20 is for your e-suite. The other $100 is for you to run your auto shipment, so you'll have products to try out, and because you want to be a product of the product. I tell them that up front. If you tell me you don't want to run auto shipment, you don't have $125 a month, call me when you're ready. I'm not even wasting my time with you. Got like it's you got to run your auto shipment. I don't care if you ain't working, you got to run your auto shipment. That's something that's very important. So I tell them that, and then I also tell them your goal for the month is to get 450 in volume. They always ask, what's volume? Is it dollars? No. Every item has a certain amount of volume, and your goal is to get 450 in volume, no matter how you do it. We have these things called steps to success. If you complete your steps to success, which is getting the 3 distributors and 4 customers a month, and then you work on your volume, you'll be in the next 90 days, you'll be making a great profit. If you complete your steps to success monthly, you should be making a profit within the next 60 to 90 days. Because my goal for everybody who I sign up is to get the diamond bonus in 90 days. So you need to double promote your first month, even if you're chilling. Second month, you need to double promote. You're going to Ruby. Third month, you're going from Ruby to Diamond. So you need to, I make sure, like at first I didn't used to do that. And I was having like I said, people sign up and disappear on me. So I make sure I tell them, like the requirement is going to be for you to get 450 in volume a month. And the reason why I tell people 450 is because some people will get 400 and just stop. Even though y'all know that 400 don't get you nothing but a $36 check. But some people will get that 400 and you don't hear from them no more. And one girl who used to do that on my team a lot, when I promoted to Diamond, one of her customers' item returned, like it returned to sender. Her volume went down. I dropped back down to emerald. I almost lost my diamond bonus fooling around with it. So I made everybody get 450 just to be on the safe side. What ended up happening was because the lady never got the package, they let me place the order in place of that and place the, move it to that spot for that. But I would have lost my diamond bonus fooling around with. So I don't do that 400, 402, 404, that stuff like that scare me. I don't care if you got to place the order to get the 450. You need to get your boss the 450. So I tell them straight out, $125 to run your business a month. We expect you to complete your success, which is getting 4 customers and 3 distributors. And they're usually like, oh, that sounds easy. It just, spell it out. 4 customers, 3 distributors.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first I want to say thank you for doing the call, and I just really love your spirit.
Oh,
but my question is, I kind of caught the tail end because I was at the gym, so I don't know if you mentioned it or anything. But do you have any male distributors on your team? And so if you do, my question is twofold. The first one is, how did you go about approaching them to be distributors? Because I got a few now, but sometimes I find it's kind of hard to get them to get into the business because they feel like it's, really saturated by women. So that's the first question. And then the second is, do you approach, when you get them in and you start training them, do you offer them different techniques and styles to be successful versus what you would give to like women who are on your team?
Nope, because I always tell, I have 2 guys, and how I got them, I told them, well, there's some women out there who would sign up on you and they won't sign up on me. And that's true. Like so I give them the same approach. I let them know like they can use all the products. Everybody want a beard, so you can use those hair, skin, nail pills for a beard. If you want to get wrapped, I wrap you. But everything, I make sure I let them know that all the products are good for men and women. And I really kind of tell them to like, I mean, they can try to get other men, but attack women, because there's some women out there that will support those guys and they won't support you. And I make sure I tell a guy that, like, man, there's some people out there that, you know, they'll be ready to, I had the guy sign up. I gave him a post to post. His first post was like, who want to make $500, whatever. He had like 74 people came on there, me. I'm probably friends with 60 of these 74 people. So I know they done seen me posted 1,000 times and they ain't never said me. And he taking his time, but I think he's finally getting the grip of like, okay, if I just do this, it'll work. Like they're the same. Like you gotta stay on them, and you gotta. But all the products, and I tell them like all the products work for men and women. You know, you can pitch it to any male. You know, but I usually tell them like go after other women because women will sign up under a man. So
okay, that's good points. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so how you were saying for your distributors, you tell them to run their auto shipment by the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
So if they tell you that they can't or they're not or whatever the case may be, do you give them the option and say, okay, well then you need to get to at least one, you just say 450, or what do you say to them if they say that they just can't or they're not?
If they tell me they can't, I really like, okay, if you can't do it, you can't do it. But you can't be an emerald, and I know your volume was 12,000 last month, and tell me you can't run your auto shipment, because I know you at least got paid $100. Use that money to run your. If you do nothing else with your money from your business at first, run your auto shipment. So if you telling me that you can't do it, and I know you're getting paid. Now, if you're not getting paid anything, you tell me you can't do it, that's something different. But if you're getting paid and you telling me you can't do it, then I'm going to want to know, well, what do you plan on doing? I usually sign up. I don't usually tell people if they're in a position to be like Emerald or Ruby or something, you know how you either need to run your auto shipment or get the 150. I make them believe they have to run the auto shipment. And then if they tell me they can't, then I might be like, okay, well, if you can get the 150, if I really feel like they can't do it. But I don't let people believe. I make them feel like to be condition qualified, you got to run your auto shipment. So, and then if they don't do it, like right now I have a girl who was one of my diamonds last month. I fuss with this girl every month by running her auto shipment. Every month she come up with something about why she can't run her auto shipment. Her boyfriend is on her team. And she told me this month, she was like, well, you do know I have 2 auto shipments coming at my house, right? She just went diamond and her boyfriend went ruby. So that means you do have 2 checks coming in your house, right? So she did not run her auto shipment. She told me the 4 orders that she saved from last month was going to get her to 200. The orders came through, it only got her to 70 because some of the orders declined. I never depend on auto shipments. Never. Because those things, y'all know, you be waiting on them to come and they be like, dang, where they went? So I never depend on auto shipments. Okay, fast forward. Here we go to 26. She still hasn't run auto shipment. Now, I have noticed that she needs 10,000 in volume to rehit her diamond. She has about 12,000, but you know it got to be balanced. So one of her legs has like 8,000 and the other one only has like 4. She doesn't know that she is not diamond because she has not ran her auto shipment. And her volume is not over 150. So what she's probably planning on doing is placing an order on the last day of the month, and then her volume is not, and she's not gonna have time to balance it out. And I'm not gonna, because I told you to run your auto ship, so she's gonna lose her diamond bonus. And I've been thinking about saying something to her about it, but when I called her today, she said, soon as I called her, she was like, oh, I see my volume and I'm gonna take care of it. So she didn't want to handle that, sister. And I run mine on the first because when my volume goes to Ruby, I like to see, okay, bam, I hit Ruby. I got 4,000 in volume and I didn't hit Ruby. Why? Because my legs are unbalanced. And then I know which leg I need to start making sure I'm focused on. So that's why I run mine early for that purpose, especially if I'm doing maintenance. I make sure because if sometimes it get hard to, you know what I'm saying, maintain those legs. But her maintenance, she's not going to be hitting her diamond because her volume is uneven. But if she would run her auto shipment, like I tell you to on the 15th, you would know that. So, I mean, I make them believe that the auto shipment is like mandatory, sort of, kind of. And I'm a little bossy. So people kind of listen to me because I'm a little bossy.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Christy, I saw you say you had a question.
Yeah, I had a question. This is about like closing sales because this month, like a few people on my team, including myself, are up for promotions. And closing sales right now is something that is not really optional. Like, we got to do it or we're not going to promote. And so right now, people on my team, they're trying to figure out how to close sales. So they get the people, they get the attention. And so I've given them some like tips on how to close sales and stuff like that. But I like to know, like, what do you do? So what I tell my team instantly is what on social media, I don't like to build like the instant connection on social media. I like to get their number and actually talk to them so we can start to talk to kind of like get them comfortable first off with who they're talking to so that we can kind of like start a conversation to close the sale. Mm-hmm. And so what I tell them to do is get the attention via social media, give them a little information, but don't over talk the sale, because that's what a lot of people do and they don't understand that. They talk themselves right out of the sale because they just go and product dump. And these people don't know what this stuff is. So instantly they like, that sounds like too much. I don't want to get involved. Mm-hmm. So I kind of tell them to do that. But some people on my team are still having an issue with closing sales. So I was just wondering, like, what would be some advice for actually closing sales?
First off, always assume the sale. I always assume the sale. So anytime I'm talking to anybody, I always be like, okay, if I'm inboxing somebody, their customer, what's your goal? You want to grow your hair? You want to lose weight? What you want to do? I always start off with the highest thing. So just say, for instance, I don't sell systems. I do the quad thing. That's a big thing for me. So I always tell them, well, we have this great weight loss package called the quad. And with that, you get the 2-day cleanse, the thermal fit fat fibers, and the green. How much is it? $130. No, that's too much. And then that's when I go into the loyal customer thing. Well, you know, with the loyal customer program, you need to purchase at least one product a month. So what you can do is purchase 2 of the products this month, 2 of the products next month, and then whichever 2 you like the best, you can purchase them your third month. What's a good time for me to call you to place your order? Mm-hmm. I go right into, and I usually send them one message. When they respond, my next message to them is, what's your phone number? And what's a good time for me to call you? I like to get people on the phone. I don't like to do a lot of back and forth messaging. And at least if I have the phone, I'm like, people respond more to text messaging and you calling than they do like in Messenger and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, but I always be like, well, what time can I call you to sign you up? Oh, well, if that's too much, I always start with the highest thing though. And another thing I do is, say for instance, somebody said they want to purchase the cleanse. Oh, the cleanse is $60. I start off with that high price. And then they were like, oh, no, that's too much. But if you do the loyal customer program, you can get the 40% discount and get it for $36. What time you want me to call to place your order? I never, it's always, when can I call you to place your order? What time can I call you to place your order? When you'll be ready to place your order? And I rarely give out my website. I usually always do it for them. And let me tell y'all a trick I learned. When I'm placing my orders, I do not go to my suite. I log into my Antinese.mywork.com and I place the order as I am the customer. Let me tell you why. My first couple of months, like, people would order something and then they would call customer service and say they didn't know about the 3-month thing. And they'll charge you $50 if somebody cancels. If you put in the order and you don't have you can't verify how you know this, you have to have a signed consent. They will not accept text messages. They will not accept Facebook Messenger messages of that person, of you telling that person about the 3-month thing. So if you don't have a signed consent, they're going to charge you $50. So I stopped doing it and I started going through my actual website to put in all my orders. So when customer service contact me and say they didn't know, I tell them they knew, they signed up, they consent for it. That's that. And then they have to deal with it. It's not on me. So, but I always make sure at the end of, what time can I call to place your order? Oh, you can't place the order today? You get paid on Friday? What time do I need to call you on Friday to place your order? If they say, oh, I can't do it today, well, when can you, realistically, I learned that from most milk, realistically, when will you be able to place your order? And they say, oh, I should be able to do it Friday. Well, what'll be a good time for me to call you on Friday? And if y'all are pushing for volume now, that little post that says, I'm trying to reach a goal in this business, and if can you do me a favor by letting me post on your wall or something like that. I had a couple girls do that last month, and it really, really helped. And make sure you following up with your people who cards decline. Because sometimes people don't check their email. Sometimes they got a new card, their card got lost or something. And so you make sure you follow up with those card declines, because that stuff add up. So that's another good way to get some volume to close some stuff out.
Yeah, that was perfect because that's what I've been trying to get my team to do. Because I'm not the person that sits on Facebook and talk to people about what product they should get. I instantly just like once they tell me what they want to do and their goals, I'm telling them to text me. And because people don't like to read, and that's just kind of what I kind of got from it, like a lot on Facebook, and so that really helps. And so yeah, I think
They don't like to read. Like
they don't at all.
They want you to give it to them, so that's why I get me a short little spiel together, and it's always okay. When can I call to place? I don't end without when can I call to place your order. And if you have, go back through your, like I was saying, go back through your customers from months before. I don't know how long you've been in the business, and call them. I mean, follow with them and like, hey, you know, you got perk points. They might have 30 perk points, and they might want to order a box of wraps. You only got to pay $24 because perk points is dollar for dollar. So you use that, and that's also something good to help out with volume.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I've contacted all of the client orders because this month I'm up for my diamond promotion this month. So like I've been kind of like just doing a whole bunch of stuff that has not been like in my ordinary. I would say within my last 60 days, I've been kind of pushing myself to do more. So now I'm just trying to push my team. But what I'm starting to notice as I'm trying in this month is that everybody is not going to see the vision and everybody not going to understand that this is crucial. And then when you said that people that you like kind of help get to a certain position, you don't feel like they working as hard as they should, you know, that most definitely hit home because it's like some of my team is like working super hard and you got some people that's kind of like just tagging along. And it's like, we need y'all help. Like we helping y'all, so help us. But it's just like, I don't want to come off as rude because I've been known to be kind of rude in my past life and I've been changing. So I'm really trying to kind of come up with like a way to kind of let them know, like, look, y'all, this is really serious. But
what I usually tell my distributors is you might not think it's important because you're not promoting this month. But at some point, you're going to be in a position where you're trying to promote and you're going to need somebody to help you. Mm-hmm. So what do you feel like you're doing enough that if you needed somebody to help you, if they were doing what you're doing, do you think that would be enough? And then I like, hey, you got 360 in volume. You need another 90. What can you do? Who can you reach out to? Follow up with people. Like I said, 2 people that signed up with me this week, I reached out to them girls in October. The fortune is in the follow-up. Every Friday, I text my team every Friday morning. Hey, it's Friday. It's follow-up Friday. Follow up with all your people who, you know, told you no. Follow up with all your people who told you they can do it Friday. Follow up with them today. And usually, if I can get 2 people on each ruby leg to work, that's good enough for me. That's all I need. If I can get 2 people that are consistently working on each one of those ruby legs, we'll work the rest of those boxes. Like, you just got to have... I am the engine. I am the engineer of this train. Like, and I made that perfectly clear. My 2 diamonds that are under me, one of them is a yellow, and y'all, she pale. She almost white. She's so yellow. Like, and when I say that, like her personality, like, and the problem that I have with yellows, because you got to have yellows, but the problem that I have with yellows, they have no sense of urgency. Everything with me is like it needs to be done now. And they like, oh, okay, we'll get it done by the 15th. No. So it at first it was like that was a big learning thing for me, to learn these personalities and to learn like, okay, I got to pat this one on the shoulder and I got to call this one a little more because different people require different things. Mm-hmm. I've tried cash prizes, like I've gotten with all my leaders, like, can we all put in $20 a piece? Whoever complete their self-success will give them $100. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Some people are money driven, so they're gonna run for those $100. But if you mess around and you get 2 people on each leg running for that $100, that's gonna make your business. That's going. So you have to find like little creative things. I give away a shirt here and there. I tell them who want free lunch this week. First person to get 4 customers, I take your lunch Friday. Even if it's little Napoleon and they ain't getting nothing but a $3 burrito. Hey, take you to lunch Friday. So you just have to try like different things to kind of you have to figure out like what each person, it's a lot of hand holding. Like I never thought, like sometimes I feel like a kindergarten teacher. It's a lot of hand holding. But I know which ones are my people whose hands I got to hold and which ones my diamond. I have to tell her, hey, you need to do this. She follows directions very well. But she's a person, like she was my friend before she signed up, and she only signed up because she was my friend. And she's a person that She, like, everything her husband tells her to do, that's what she do. Everything somebody tells her to do on the job, she's a good worker because she follows good direction, but she's not used to being a leader. So now I'm trying to, like, put her in a position where, like, okay, you're a leader now. These are the things that you should be doing. So kind of try to use your emeralds and your rubies and stuff and let them kind of, because sometimes different people want to hear a different person's point of view. They get sick of me yelling at them. So I'll be like, okay, well, Nicole, you run the call tonight, and let them hear it from you. So sometimes that work, I'll be like, hey, listen, what you gonna do? Your box 75 short, can you place it? And I don't mind asking them, can you place the order? I don't mind asking them, like, your box 75 short, you knew you were supposed to be, like, you knew what the goal was at the first, the same way the rest of us did. Do you mind placing an order? If they say no, then if it's somebody under this emerald leg and they don't want to place the order, then me and the emerald, I'll be like, okay, what can you do? And last month I had 2 emeralds on one of my diamond legs. One of the girls, I told her do not promote the emerald, basically because I knew she wasn't going to be able to maintain it. After everybody else went to promoting, she was like, oh, I got to promote too. And that's why I tell you to run your own race. She did everything she could. She placed orders. She ended up spending almost like $500 placing orders to promote. This month, she's barely executive because she did not have it. To maintain emerald, you need $8,000. To go emerald, you need $4,700. If you're scraping up $4,700, you're going to scrape up $8,000. Like, there's no way in the world you feel like in this next month, everything's just going to turn around. So if you're in a position to where if everything is timing, if it's not your time to promote, I know everybody wants the bonuses, but even with that $10,000 diamond bonus, if you promote and you get the $10,000, you get an extra $400 a month on your check. If you take longer, you get $5,000. It's only a $200 difference on your check. But if you promote when you should and not rush it, you're going to get those $200 consistently for month after month after month after month. But if you rush it, you're going to get the $400 one time and then you don't get it no more because you're going to lose it. So just take your time, pace yourself, and just reach out to your people, like, even if they're not your personally enrolled people. Hey, this is what I need from you. Do you think you can get this done? If you don't think you can get it done tomorrow the 27th, so I will say, well, I need you to get it done by Saturday morning. If they don't have it done by Saturday morning, you call me and let me know. If you don't have it done, then we can figure out what we're going to do from there. And sometimes I meet up with my girls like, hey, if I have 5 of them to meet me for lunch, I take everybody's cell phone. Give me your cell phone. I go through their messages. I see who all they done text and who they haven't text. I send messages to them like I'm them. Hey, I'm trying to reach a goal. And my message is, I'm trying to reach a goal with my health and wellness business, and I'm a little bit short. Do you think you could place the order? Do you think you can order an item or 2 to help me reach my goal? And I usually get, like, I send it to maybe like 25 people in each one of their phones and see what we come up with. If all of them get 3 or 4 customers a piece from that, usually that's a big help. So you just have to, like, really, like tomorrow I will reach out to my team and let them know, hey, this is what you need. This is what you need. This is what, and I put all of my team members, we had a big group me. I made accountability groups on Facebook, and I made the emeralds, because I have 4 emeralds. I gave all of them an accountability group. So I put everybody that's under their emerald leg in the groups. The emerald job every morning is to check in, ask her team, what's up, what y'all got going on for the day, or something. The person who's if the group is in Toya's name and Toya don't come in and hold her group accountable for the week, I take Toya off and I put somebody else, and now this is no longer Toya's group. Toya, if you can't run your group, you can't run. But I need you have to find people that you can depend on to keep the rest of the team, because the morale will go down and people will start wandering off. And so no, I give everybody assignments, and they know I have a group with my top 10. If you don't perform this month, you get booted out, and I boot somebody else in. And if you didn't get messages from that top 10 group no more, that's because you guys forgot. Like, it ain't hard to figure out. And then you might see somebody pop back in there. Like, hey, do what you here for. And I let people know too, like, if this is not something that you're serious about, if it's something that you just want to make $100 a month, let me know that, so I know that you're not somebody that I can depend on to go the extra mile. Everybody not gonna see the vision. Like, it took my diamond, it took her forever. Like, she had to go diamond for her to get it. And it was because her husband didn't get it. And so he was always fussing at her about doing it. But once she went diamond, it was like, he kind of like was like, oh, okay. So now she kind of like the light bulb like came on for her. So, but it takes some people a while to get, like, once I got paid and I hadn't did nothing, that was enough for me. Like, okay, what I got to do? That was, but everybody don't get it like that. So everybody move on their own time.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But one thing I can say, at least my leads and my people that's over their teams, they see it. And so I guess that's one thing I appreciate from my team is because that support I have. So that's a good thing. But thank you so much. I wrote a lot of stuff down.
You're welcome. And I always tell my girls too, like if I check in with my diamond, I'll be like, what's going on today? And they be like, oh, my girl's working. The volume says they're not working. I don't care what you tell me they're doing. What if it's not producing no customers or no distributors, they're not working in my book. So they do not even tell me like, oh, they're working. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. The volume ain't moved in 3 days. Who working? Ain't nobody working. And you can't tell. No. So they not even try me with that. So if I text them and be like, what's going on? They be like, ain't nobody working. Yeah, because y'all know, like, no, So then they know to reach out to people. But I don't let my team, especially none of my personal role people, I don't care how far you are down on my chart. If I ain't heard from you in a week, I reach out. I stay inconsistent. Like I stay constantly reaching out to them, constantly talking to them to make sure I stay like, hey, something going on? What's happening? You know, you had a bad day at work. You know, if the people at McDonald's have a bad day, you know they don't just shut down McDonald's, right? You know, McDonald's keep rolling. If McDonald's mama died, McDonald's still open up tomorrow. Like you and I mean, I don't be that rude about it, but like you gotta learn how to. You want to be rich, right? Like it's gonna be days you're not gonna always have good days, and you gotta be prepared to not always have good days. So I'm a very honest, sometimes to a fault type person, but I don't like people beating around the bush with me, so I don't beat around the bush with people.
I have one more question. I know Net gonna cut us off sooner or later, but one more question. Mm-hmm. So it's just about retention. So like in your experience, do you have a hard time getting people to stay beyond the 90 days, like loyal customers? And if so, like, I mean, if you don't or whatever, what do you, like, what incentives, like, what do you do to keep them active, like to want to stay beyond this 90 days?
Yes, I have a hard time keeping them because Black people are hard-headed, y'all. Like, I don't want to keep calling my people out, but my people is hard-headed. Like, it is hard to keep them consistent with something. It is hard. Like, y'all some hard people, like, Jesus. And not to say white people know better, but Black people is, so they're like, oh, my 3 months done, I'm done. So like I said, like a lot of them who I have let complete their 3 months and I let them slide on that without bothering with them, I save them from when it's time for me to promote. And then I call them and be like, girl, you got 30 perk points if you just buy something for 1 more month. Girl, we got this new shape. Girl, we got I always make something new. Have you tried them hair, skin, and nail pills? Girl, look at it. And I make sure, like, whatever I know I'm going to pitch to them, just like they did the cleanse last time. And I know I'm finna pitch this hair, skin, nail pills too, because I know I done seen the edges at the salon and they ain't got no edges. I have my edges picture already ready. So when I text them, girl, these hair, skin, nail pills, and I send them the picture. Okay. I'm turning out no edges, girl. Hair, skin, nails, and the 2-day cleanse, that's my go-to. Like, if you can't get somebody about nothing else, like hey, girl, this girl lost 10 pounds in 2 days, I send them the picture. I already locked and loaded, and I'll be ready. If I can't get you to buy nothing else, you're gonna buy some hair, skin, nails, or you're gonna buy clean. And you got 20 perk points. So even if you want to get 16 in volume for it, that's 16 more than what you had. And especially if it's a customer that's in a box where I really need the volume. Oh yeah, we come on, girl. Yeah. Do you see these edges? Like I keep a good spectacular picture for each item, so it can be something like, ooh, this wrap, you know?
Okay.
So that's what I do.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a very animated person, in case y'all ever noticed. So I try to make things sound exciting. It's like, ooh, everything is ooh. I text them and be like, girl, they be like, what? Baby, look at these edges, girl. Look at. And that like that, and I know we just got our head done together. So I know you got, you need them. Come on by these pills, girl. So yeah, I just make everything sound very exciting. Like you can't tell me no. Oh, you ain't gonna be able to do it today. So when you get paid? Oh, Friday. Oh, okay. What time you want me to call you Friday? I make them feel like they don't really know if they done told me yeah or not when I get done. But it's like, oh, I must be there until I was gonna buy them. That's my strategy.
Okay. I have a question.
Okay.
I just got into business. I'm a distributor. I just got my kit, and I wanted to plan parties and stuff like that. Do you have any advice on, how about going about it? Because I've done the wraps, but that's really the only thing. The wraps and the greens I've tried, but I haven't really have any experience with anything else. So what advice would you give me when it comes time for my parties?
You have anybody that's part of your upline in the same place with you?
Yes.
Use them. I usually host the first 2 parties from all my people. I try to anyway, unless it's just overwhelming. I usually host the first 2 parties for them so they can see what I say, they can see what I do, and then they have some kind of rhythm to what it is that they're doing. So I would reach out. Basically, I probably, who wants to try free rap? I tried it on Facebook. When they say me, tell them, okay, I'm going to inbox you. When you inbox them, just tell them, all I need you to do is get 5 to 10 people together. Let me know the date and the place, and I'll come and I present the products, and I'll wrap you at the party for free. So that's how I find a host for the party. Or if you want to host the party yourself, just invite people to the party. Who want to try that crazy rap thing? $25, private location, something like that.
Okay.
And I don't call my rap parties anymore. I call them sip and sample parties. Even if I have to buy a little cheap bottle of wine, we're going to sip and we're going to sample. And the samples my sampling is the greens. Sometimes maybe the energy drink or the 2-day cleanse, depending on if I got a little product to throw around. And the greens, the 2-day cleanse. Oh, and I start doing the defining gel demonstration because I have a lot of tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Defining gel is the bomb on the tattoos. So I do like a little defining gel. So they sampling and they sipping. Well, little grape juice or whatever. Water, you sipping. I didn't say what you were sipping. I just said you were sipping. So that's the approach. That's the approach that I take. Once all my girls kind of like ran out of people to invite the parties, I started I've never actually had a party that was my party that I invited people to. First time I had a party, nobody showed up. So I started using other people to have the parties for me, and that's you have. If I see somebody on my page posting having a girls' night, I inbox them. Hey, can I come show my products at your party? Girls' nights. Y'all eating crabs. Tell your people. I've had people tell people, hey, come over here. We're gonna eat crabs tonight. And I come in and do my little presentation. They eat their little crabs, and it works out very well. I don't know where y'all from, but crabs is a big thing here, baby. You say crabs, people coming.
Yeah, I'm from Maryland.
Okay.
I'm in Maryland, so yeah.
You say crabs, they coming. So I always be like, hey, girl, tell them you cooking some crabs. Even if I have to put it on a dozen, if just don't give me a couple of orders, I don't mind. And I love crabs too, so I'm gonna eat me a couple before I go. So you just have to try different approaches. Try to get somebody else to host it for you. If you're having a hard time getting people to come for you, don't call it a rap party, call it a sip and sample party. And really that's it. Reach out to your upline or somebody and see can they help you out with it. Because it's easy. And if you gotta do it yourself, go watch you a couple of YouTube videos, rap parties, some Caucasian women, and watch their little rap party. And see what they do. Party pad. Use your party pad. Go on. Did they take the party pad notes down?
No, they didn't.
Print out your party pad notes. I had done 30 parties before I even knew about the party pad, child. So I don't use the party pad because I already have my own flow. But if you don't know what you're doing, use the party pad. And with the party pad, what that does is show other people that's at the party that they can do it too. So sometimes the party pad is kind of encouraging because they're like, oh, she just reading notes out the book. I could do that.
Right.
So that's a different, Now this lady been trying to fix this order the whole time we've been on this call, and I don't know why she just won't let me do it. Okay. I'm still listening to y'all though.
I was just about to say, yeah. Caroline, did you have a question?
Yeah, I did have a question. I love your energy. Are you in Atlanta?
I'm in Jacksonville.
Okay. So,
but I'm going to Atlanta first. I'll be in Atlanta tomorrow. You gonna be in Atlanta?
Yeah, I live here.
Oh, girl, you going to the 1 Team 1 Mission tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm getting on a mega bus tonight at 2 a.m. And we're going to ride, me and it's Sisters of Us. This is our little adventure. We like to do little team building, and this is our little adventure for the month. So and none of us ain't never been on the mega bus before, so we're getting on the mega bus at 2 a.m. and we're riding to Atlanta. We'll be there 8 o'clock in the morning. So we will be at the 1 Team 1 Mission tomorrow night.
Okay, good. So I just joined the organization about 2 weeks ago, maybe a little over 2 weeks. But how long did it really take you to kind of get in the groove of things? I feel like I'm still learning a lot, and I still have a whole ton of questions, but I feel like I should kind of be further along than I already am. So I just wanted to know, how long did it take you to really get in your groove for this business?
You feel like you should be further along than where you are in 2 weeks?
Caroline,
overachiever.
Caroline is a worker. So yes.
Well, Caroline, I should have, girl, snatched you up because I got some on been in for almost 2 years and they did nothing. But no, honestly, like, learn as you go. Like, don't overwhelm yourself with all those training. I ain't did a training yet, Caroline. Like, don't overwhelm, because that's not my thing. That's not how I learn. I'm a hands-on person. Show me what I need to do. Tell me what I need to say. I got it. So it just really depends on how you learn. If you learn from reading, then yeah, do the training. I watch YouTube videos a lot. I do a lot of YouTube videos, and I just watch like a lot of other people lives and stuff. Like, I friend request a lot of people who are like triple diamonds and above, just to see like what kind of stuff they post, and I steal a lot of their little posts and watch a lot of live videos and watch a lot of YouTubes. But I don't do a lot of, when it comes to like the trainings and stuff, I didn't read the compensation plan until I went down, because then I need to know about them coins, you know, how them coins was finna change, what that check was finna look like. But other than that, I don't do all those. And I'm not telling you to go do the trainings and stuff, but it can be overwhelming. Like, it can be a lot. Like, you don't know which way you want to go, what you want to do, so you know what I'm saying? So you have to do what's best for you. Like, learn while you earn. Go to somebody else's rap party and see what they're doing. Watch internet, see what she's posting on her page, what's working for her, what's working for somebody else. Like, see what kind of stuff works for other people, and then try it out. Because this is like a trial and error thing. You got to just find what works for you. But don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overthink it. That's like a main no-no. Do not overthink it. Figure out what you're going to do and do it. If it don't work, hey, move on to something else.
Okay, so if no one else had any other questions, concerns, love for Antinese, then we can let her go, because I know it's 10 o'clock here, but not sure where everyone.
Where are you?
I'm in Virginia, so
it's 10 o'clock here too. But I mean, I'm up. Like I said, we packing my bag, because our bus leave at 2 a.m. So I guess we plan on sleeping on the bus. Like, this is going to be like a real deal adventure. So yeah, we're gonna sleep on the mega bus, and hopefully when we wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, we'll be in Atlanta.
Oh, I wish I was coming. See, we're moving, so it's like trying to do all of this and then go down there. It was just like, oh no.
So where are you moving to?
It's gonna be in the same area, just like in a bigger house. So
I'm doing one. This is my third 1-team mission. I went Orlando, and I went to South Carolina like 2 weeks ago, and then I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow, and I'm doing the boot camp in Michigan next week.
Oh, well,
you'll see us there.
Yeah, him is there. We'll be there.
And then we're actually doing a 1-team 1 mission here in July. So yeah, but I have, like, if you can, y'all get as many 1-team 1 missions you can and different stuff like that, because it really kind of renews your spirit. Like, just to be in a place with all these people who are all here for the same thing, like, it make you like, okay, I got this, I can go. So if it's one coming somewhere close to you, like we went to South Carolina last week. It was on a Thursday. We got up that morning. South Carolina from here is 4 hours. So we got up that morning, we drove there. We did the 1-team 1 mission. We stayed there that night. We got up that morning and rode the next morning and rode back home. Like, just to be able, because those things are like so inspiring. And like, you hear people's stories, like the stuff that they went through to get there, and like, and it makes you just want to work harder. So anytime, like any 1-team 1 mission that I can get to, I'll be there. So now I want to quit my job, because I want to just ride around and go to all the 1-team 1 missions.
Right. I know, especially Alina's. Like, I'm so mad that I'm missing hers. But because I actually went to one in January, and that was like supposedly hers too. But yeah, so
yeah. So this will be my first one with her. The last one was Presidential Mo Smith. She was in South Carolina, and then I don't know who the one was for in Orlando. It was all white people. But it was nice.
Figured that.
Orlando has they had 3 ambassadors there, and it was big. They have a lot of presidential, and that's another thing. Like, people say it's like oversaturated. Like Alina, Kimberly Massengale, Fallon, all of them are in the same city. 2 ambassadors, a presidential, and they doing just fine. You just gotta learn how to reach out to other people. Like, I don't care if I never sign up nobody else in Jacksonville. It don't matter. As long as I sign somebody up, and I have 2 people in Maryland, 2 people in Texas, somebody in like Philadelphia or somewhere. I have a whole like diamond leg in Atlanta. Yeah, so I like my people from other places. So I ain't got to worry about them saying we reaching out to the same people.
Right.
Yeah, so and that's all because of social media.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I'm so happy that I invited you on this call. You definitely was a fresh breath of air. So guys, I hope that you can I don't know if you guys follow her on Facebook or Instagram, but definitely just like thank her and things like that. And so thank you again, Antinese. And I would definitely will be rooting for you for triple because I'm running right with you. So
girl, let's go. Go. And all of the rest of y'all, come on. We need some diamonds and some emeralds and some rubies. And just remember to run your own race. Like timing is everything. Timing is everything. It might not be your time. It might be your time. Pray about it. Pray over them charts. Lord, send me people. I pray every day. I am a distributor and a loyal customer magnet. Lord, send me people that really want it. Send me only people I want on my team is the people that really want to be there. Mm-hmm. And I pray like and like I said, like the beginning of this month, I turned down 6 people back and it was all because I said I was gonna set the standard of the auto shipment. And I told them about auto shipment, and they was like, "Well, what if I don't have the 150, and whatever?" And I was like, "Oh, well, call me when you're ready."
And see, that's what I love. I feel like that stability. That's just even
if you coming in with the mind frame that you ain't gonna do it, I already know what kind of person you like. You're not even try.
Exactly.
And I don't know what business that you think you're gonna start, and you're gonna be making $1 million tomorrow. You got to invest in that business. You're investing in your business. So y'all just pray. Like I say, you don't have to talk to Jesus a lot. I keep Jesus on the main line.
Okay.
But it seems to work, and hopefully, like I said, I'm trying to be charted by the end of the week because May start next week. Like May is here fast. So anybody that'll be in Atlanta, I'll see you tomorrow. And make sure y'all speak because child, I have time. I don't know what people look like if I don't see them in person. And I'm like 6'1". You can't miss me. So make sure y'all speak if y'all see me. And then the rest of y'all, I'll see y'all in Michigan. And thank y'all for having me. And I guess good night.
Yes, good night. Good night. Thank you again so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.